Hello everyone, good to see you again, lovely to have you. Today we're starting slightly later as I just got back from an amazing trip to the beach. Wonderful to have you. We are in day 3 of this 5-day journey to open to abundance. I'm super happy you're joining me. And I have a nice little story to start with. So today we're gonna move further into actually opening up to abundance. And we're gonna start with going more into connecting with our desires. Like, what do you desire? What do you want to have more of? And how can you shift out of maybe old programming of lack? So just to recap a little bit from the last days, on the first day we started to tune in if you were joining, and you can also look back at the other videos. So on Tuesday evening we started this journey. We were looking into what is abundance actually for you, what does it mean, how do you feel abundant, and then what might be ways how you feel disconnected or blocked from abundance. Where do you feel in lack? Where do you feel there's not enough for you? We started just to bring this into our conscious awareness, as this is the first step to actually start to shift anything. We want to become clear, we want to become aware about it. And then yesterday we went digging a little bit deeper into what it can actually be behind this feeling of lack. And very often it comes down that we actually don't feel like we deserve to be in this abundance, that we actually don't feel we are good enough, or we actually deserve receiving it. So that's quite a deep one to understand. And then go back to the video from yesterday where I was sharing some techniques how you can start to shift it, as this is a really important one, I think, for many of us. And I've done also quite a lot of work around this. And if you feel you would like some support, and there's something coming up for you where you kind of feel a little bit stuck, please also let me know. And I'm very happy to work with you. And I'm doing free 30-minute sessions, just like as an intro session for the coaching. So you can always contact me. And I'm very happy to look with you together into what might be helping, or what might be the roots, and we can shift it together. And it's possible to shift it wherever you are right now, even if it feels like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. It is always possible to shift it. So in these first 2 days we were kind of doing this groundwork, and today and now in the next days we actually start into going into the more juicy parts of actually connecting with the abundance. And today we're going to look at how to manifest abundance. And you might know that I'm working with the moon, so I'm actually also working with manifesting with the moon. And we just had the new moon on Monday evening. And we're gonna later do a beautiful meditation, so stay tuned. We're gonna do a meditation where you can actually start to really connect to your desires and start planting the intentions. As we are now still in the new moon window, so the new moon window lasts for 3 days, so we are still now in this time where we can really plant the seeds to what we are attracting. But I just want to start off with a very nice story about kind of manifesting and how magical life is. Like, I feel sometimes we kind of forget how there are these situations or coincidences or things that are like coincidences, but really it's like magical. It just starts happening. So I had one of these moments today, which was super beautiful, that as you might know, and as I've been sharing in the last days, I'm doing this road trip, and I'm now in The Hague for just 2-3 days. And I haven't been planning a lot, so I've just been kind of going with the flow and seeing what I feel like, and it felt really good. I've also been busy, so I've just been more like, oh, what do I feel like doing? So this morning I woke up, and I kind of, at some point after breakfast, I was just thinking, okay, what am I going to do today? What do I feel like doing? So I started looking into the Google Maps, and I saw that here in The Hague, there's like this beautiful natural park, which is a little bit north of the beach, and it's like you can go and walk in the dunes. So I thought, okay, that sounds fun. It sounds like something I want to do, so I can drive up there later on. And then I was going to meet a friend close by on the beach, and I thought we're going to have a drink or something. But what actually happened that I had lunch, I took my time, I was kind of doing a few messages, I was writing things on Instagram, and in the end I felt I actually didn't have enough time to go to this park. So I was like, okay, that's fine, I'm not gonna worry about it. So I ended up meeting my friend then, and we actually went for a long walk on the beach, and she lives here, so it was very nice. I was just following her, and she lives here. So we were walking along the beach for quite a long time, and then she took me up the stairs, and then I realized we were in the park where I actually wanted to go. And that was kind of my first inspiration this morning. And then even though I thought I wasn't gonna go, actually she took me there, and we went for a long walk among the dunes with beautiful view of the sea, and she lives here, so it was just super easy to go with her. So it's just again this example of how is it possible, like, you know, everything is just working out perfectly in the background without me having to do anything. It just happened. It was just an inspiration. So I just want to share this story to remind you. I think often we are not really fully aware that there's actually this big magic in the background. There are things that are, you know, we are being guided on the right path. We don't have to force anything. We don't have to control anything. We can just go when we are in the flow. Things will fall into place. And for me, this is how it works with manifesting. Because basically what you do is you put your intention out there, you put your signal out there, you put your desires out there, and then you start to trust, and then you start, okay, then the rest is actually, I'm open to receive. So first there's the active part where we're sending out a signal. The second part is more like leaning back and allowing to receive, which is as important. And that's actually when we can back off and we can just allow the magic to happen and trust that the magic is there. Even, you know, like sometimes with our rational brain we can't fully understand it, but there's so much magic that is happening in the background. Would you agree? Please write something in the comment if you feel like this. For me it's just like, it was a beautiful reminder today, and actually I love traveling like this, that especially when I travel I feel I'm very much in this flow where magic just starts happening. You bump into the right people, the right things happen, and everything just unfolds in the way it was always meant to. So I'm very happy to be reminded of this today. I just want to anchor this in with you, and then bringing it back to the manifesting. Sorry. Bringing it back to the manifesting about abundance. One important thing is today we're really going to look into the desires. So actually our desires, they are what we want to put out there, and they are what we want to start receiving back. So start tuning into what are your desires, what do you want to receive more of, where do you want to come more into abundance. Is it more money? Is it more love? Is it more time? Is it more travel? Is it more freedom? Like, what are your desires? And maybe there's some specific things that are coming in where you feel like this is it. So just tune into your desires. Amazing. And I'm sure it's already happening. I can feel it across the internet. You're already getting it beautiful. So now just notice if with any of those, are you kind of holding back a little bit? Are you like, oh, that's not really possible, maybe next year, I don't think it's happening now. Just notice if there's any type of resistance. I want to share with you for today's theme. It's very important. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission that your desires are actually guiding you to where you need to be, that your desires are valid. You don't have to hold back. You can just like put them out and receive them back. So give yourself permission that your desires are super important. You don't have to justify them. Just trust your desires. Good. And then from here we're going to move into a meditation. Sit comfortably, find a comfortable seat, and just close your eyes for a moment. Just rest. Let's take some deep breaths. I'm just going to shift now the state beyond the rational mind. The space that's slow exhale, just softening, releasing the mind, drop the mind. Just come back to this slow rhythm of breathing. And just drawing our attention inwards, drawing our energy inwards to the place of our true power. Everything in the outer reality started on this level of energy, on this inner level. Everything started with a thought, with an impulse of energy. And so from here, let's go back to your desires. Imagine 3 months from now, we're kind of like middle of July, so in middle of October 2020. Imagine your life would go the most amazing way. Everything would work out much better than you could ever hoped for. Your desires that you are really, really wanting just easily come true. And imagine yourself in the end of October, you're just looking back at these last 3 months and you're feeling so grateful, feeling so excited about what was possible, and maybe you wouldn't even have believed it time, and now it's just your reality. Just imagine how he feels, this future version of yourself. How is her life? In what ways does she feel so abundant that she has this beautiful overflow of whatever she desires? How does that feel? How do you encounter the people you meet from that place? How do you show up in your life? How do you walk? How do you talk? What is your energy? Just take that all in, knowing that this is happening right now, that this is a future version of yourself. Just take a moment to connect with her, with him. If there's anything you need to know. Any insights? Take this in and then thank this future part of yourself, knowing that you can always reconnect. This part of you is always there. Just take a moment to bath in this expansion, in the abundance, all your desires fulfilled so easily. So much ease. abundance, and it feels so good, and it feels so spacious, it feels so high vibe. So I hope this meditation helped you to connect. As I shared earlier, we are still in the phase of the new moon, so whatever intentions you planted now is very perfect timing to do so. So I invite you to reconnect with this vision in the next days, in the next weeks. Keep reconnecting to it over and over again, and just follow the desires for your abundance and see what happens. And I would love to hear from you, because this actually works. So you will start, if you are doing these practices, you will start noticing some profound effects, some profound shifts. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, I know some of you are already working with the Manifesting with the Moon with me, so I'm also hosting new moon specials. But if you would like to learn more, you can also find my online course, which is on my website. It's called Manifest with the Moon, and I use it once a month. It's this time to really set our intentions, so we can really grow our life in the most amazing ways, and it can happen very easily. So it's not hard work, but it's actually right alignment that makes all the difference. So please check it out. If you are not on my newsletter yet, I would love for you to join. You can just go over to my website, simonashimanovic.com, and just leave me your email, so I'll keep you posted. And yeah, you can find my online course there. And also, as I mentioned, if there's something that has been coming up for you in these practices of the last days, I'm very happy to support you, and you can just get in touch for a 30-minute free session. And I would love to hear from you. I'm here. I've been on this journey now myself for quite a while, so I'm very happy to support. You don't have to do it the hard way. So too much abundance, enjoy, and tomorrow I will be back at 6:30 tomorrow. Sorry, so today was a little bit delayed with the beach walk, but tomorrow I'll be back at 6:30. And what are we gonna do tomorrow? Let me have a little look. I completely forgot. It's in my journal. Da-da-da-da. Yes, I remember. Tomorrow is one of my favorite themes, actually. We will look into gratitude, which is a very powerful way to attract more abundance. So I'm going to share some beautiful gratitude practices, and I will share more with you how this helps us to actually attract more of what we want. So happy to be on this journey with you. Thanks so much for joining. Love to have you. Please stay connected, and I see you tomorrow. Sending much love, and would love to hear in your comments any insights you have.